Big thanks to my Discord as per usual for helping me rank these. Join my Discord. All good things must come to an end. So do all gay things, but that's besides the point. Over the span of the last 2 videos, we have, without a shadow of a doubt, proven that there are just some things that are just gayer than being gay. And being a homosexual isn't even in the top 40. Now, if this is your first time here then, hey, I'm Xeno. I'm known for being a freaky ass light skin. And you may not know this, but I am in fact gay. I know, right? Most people don't believe it.
I can't help it. I'm just so good looking.
So this is in no way an attempt to bring down the community. It's only for funsies. All I've done is gathered the final 25 of the most commonly debated and possibly gay things to determine if they're gayer than being gay. So let's get right into it. Now, if you haven't seen either of the parts, or just don't want to go watch them, let me give you a quick breakdown of the tier list. For simplicity's sake, we made 0 be straight and 1 be gay. So the average straight guy and the average gay guy. Now, sometimes things aren't entirely gay, but they also aren't entirely straight. So that's going to go in 0.5. Now, there's different tiers, up to number 6 on how gay something is. So let's fill in each tier with a new one so you can gauge how gay each tier is. Treating your bros like they're one of the huz is without a doubt one of the all-time gayest things you can do. It goes all the way back to the first video and the bro code law of bros before hoes. See, there will always be an infinite number of huz, but there will always be a finite number of bros. So why are you leaving me undelivered or acting nonchalant like I'm one of the huz? Like, bro, you're acting like the longer I wait for your response, the more I'm gonna want you. Nah, dog. If anything, I'm gonna be more likely to conquest you and hit you with that.
I am so lonely.
Before giving you the Meat Master special. If you act nonchalant with your boys, then you're going up to the with the furries. Alright, being a bike riding individual is not gay at all, because you just gotta get places. But being a dedicated cyclist is probably one of the top 10 gayest things you can do. First off, you're squeezing into some skin-tight spandex to go for bike riding. Then, you're out here shaving your legs to try and be more aerodynamic, and y'all stay getting hit by cars, which is most of the time your fault. Bro, I got an important goon sesh back at home. Move out the way! Y'all are just as bad as Harley riders. Numero 5. Fuck no. I'd like to clarify that I'm not talking about the American national treasure, the WWE. We're talking about the actual sport of wrestling. Now, as if putting on a leotard to get sweaty and grapple with other men already isn't hella gay, you're constantly chest to chest and cheek to cheek with another dude, trying hard to make that man submit to you. This sport is legit just one of those Yes King audios.
Stop fucking running from me.
And I've seen hella clips of wrestlers getting bricked up, trying to pin another man down. Now, I won't say this to a wrestler's face, cause bro might pin me down in a 4-finger fruity booty bussy choke, and I'll feel like I dishonored my ancestors. But I'm saying it online, so they're getting a 4. One of the focal points of being a grown, masculine man is being able to bring in all the groceries at once. Because what kind of man would accept defeat from the things he's about to eat? His pride won't allow it. And every man knows that the strat for bringing in all the groceries goes like this. You equipped all the lighter bags onto your arms because your shredded biceps and forearms can easily handle it. You then take the 2 heaviest bags into your hands because they require optimal grip strength. If you can't even prove yourself with this simple task, then your ass is going in super gay. Now, in driving school, if you actually paid for it and didn't have your parents teach you, they would tell you that your hand should stay at 10 and 2. But see, that's gay as fuck! If you want to be a true masculine man, you gotta have one hand on the steering wheel and your other hand doing something else. Whether it's on your lady's thigh, on your phone, or even holding a bottle of Hennessy. The only time both of your hands should ever be on that steering wheel is when you're about to commit traffic violations, i.e. speeding or cutting up through traffic.
Oh my God!
So driving like a safe and responsible adult, it's gonna put you at the same tier as a fanboy. Now, as a man, you should never have good handwriting. Good handwriting is reserved for computers and women. If I ever get a doctor's note that doesn't look like some cracked out chicken hieroglyphics, then I'm gonna know he spent more time on his handwriting and his sissy fingernails than learning how to be a doctor. So that's gonna get you in a tier 1. Alright, Fashion is a heavily debated topic, mainly because of those high fashion niggas. You know, the ones that wear all those crazy ass outfits and designer brands. If we're being honest, they're gay as hell. But actual fashion, aka not looking like absolute hot dog water when you go outside, and knowing color theory when you're creating outfits, and knowing how to layer isn't gay at all. Because knowing how to dress will actually get you more play with the ladies, or dudes, like, if you're into that, than you think. But if you're in a fashion school creating all those goofy ass outfits, then you might as well be kissing on dudes, which most of them are. But otherwise, this is gonna go in a 0.5. See, one of the core points of being a masculine man is being able to take risks. You hear a bump in your house late at night? Well, now you gotta take the risk of seeing what it is. You're trying to hit a new PR? Well, now you're taking the risk of dropping that hole in your ribcage. And as a man, you should know when to take that risk and put everything on red. Because there's nothing more masculine than gambling your life savings. Now, you might lose it all, but you could also win more than double. And what would make your wife happier? You coming home empty-handed or coming back home with more money than you left with, baby? Gambling is an easy 0. Now that we've laid out a baseline again, this should help us with the next 20 going forward. Now, Spin the Bottle is one of the most well-known party games, but it also poses one of the harshest penalties: kissing a man. See, even if you have a higher ratio of women playing, the odds of kissing another man are never 0. And there's another problem with it. If you refuse to kiss him, then that's breaking the rules of the game. And if you break the rules of the game, the girls aren't going to want to play. So now you're in a catch-22. Do you A, kiss a man and raise your odds of kissing the shorty, or do you stay firm in your heterosexuality and foil your chances of kissing the huzz?
Oh, decisions.
So even if you queue up for a match of Spin the Bottle, there's still a 0.5 chance of you coming out as gay. Now, I'm not talking about you shaving facial hair or the hair on your head, so simmer down. We're talking about everything below the neck. Now, this is the point where my video becomes opinionated. If you aren't shaving your armpits, genitals, or crack, you're grimy as hell. Like, everywhere else is up to preference, cause as a man, if you want to shave your legs, then I mean, like, go for it, gay boy. But don't try to use the argument of, well, grass doesn't grow on a busy street. Brother, if you're going to scratch in one of those 3 areas and you gotta dig through a damn jungle just to reach it, not gonna hold you, dog. You are the problem. Especially if you got so much booty hair that your diarrhea comes out as filtered water. This is gonna put you at a 1. We do love a woman with a landing strip though. Now, the thing with piercings is... shit! Yeah, I may be a bit biased on this one since I have piercings. But I think it ultimately depends on where you get them. It's become so normalized to have earrings now that that's not really a problem. But I was called a whole lot when I got my eyebrow pierced. So I'm guessing whatever is below the neck would be pretty gay. Unless you're a woman, cuz if you got these Johns pierced,
Give me my goddamn milk back. Give me my milk back.
that's gonna get you a 2. Now, for every Mog City white monster meme you see, there's an equal amount of femboy monster drinking memes. And don't get me wrong, a white monster first thing in the morning is probably the top 5 feelings of all time. But you know what isn't associated with femboys and also comes with a free cup if you order a tub? Gamer Subs. Yes sir, your boy XinoHusk is a Gamer Subs partner. Gamer Subs being that down bad energy drink brand. And if you're down bad enough to watch me, you're down bad enough to use code DOWNBAD at Gamer Subs for 10% off and to help me out, cuz like I said, I am unemployed. They have a bunch of new releases and you should definitely try their flavors: Anime Thighs and Blowhole Blast. It's not cuz I'm a gooner, they just taste good. One being orange creamsicle and the other being mango coconut. Like, it's actually fire. That's code DOWNBAD at Gamer Subs. Link below. See, I partake in boba whenever I get the chance, but I won't even hold you. Drinking tea where you got a bunch of
nigga balls
hitting the back of your throat is absolutely diabolical work. Like, I have choked on boba balls a couple of times, and there's nothing more emasculating than choking on some
nigga balls.
Granted, if you're doing it for the Asian huzz, then shit, I can't even blame you, cause I'm gladly choking on some
nigga balls
for the huzz. Number 3, baby. Taking stairs to get into a pool as a man is leagues worse than holding your nose to get into the pool. Every man knows that instead of acting like a woman and delicately stepping into the cold water, hey, you should be a man and cannonball into the pool. No time to realize how cold that pool is. You'll know it's cold when your balls shrivel into your stomach. If you're taking the stairs into the pool, that's an instant 4. Here's the thing, you might think that having your hand accidentally touch your bros when you're walking isn't gay cause like, it was just an accident. But I was an accident, which means my parents still had to get busy to accidentally have me. So there was definitely some intention behind your hand touching your bros. We all know you're just beating around the bush, dog, and you actually want to lock lips with them. So stop hiding it, bro. We know you're gay. So just follow through and grab that hand. That's number 5. If we're ranking the most gay types of humans on the planet, then Disney adults easily take the cake. Sorry, Discord mods and furries. See, being nostalgic about early Disney media is completely understandable. Oh, Disney and Pixar were one of the most dynamic duos of all time. But when a grown-ass adult geeking when they visit the theme parks and collect merchandise, it's so cringe. Be a real adult and get excited with getting coupons or fucking throwing bottles at your children like a real adult. So Disney adults are going in the I ain't even gonna spend a lot of time on this one. I'm sorry though, Mr. President. Getting a spray tan is so damn corny, dog. Instead of being a real man and risking getting skin cancer like a real man from prolonged sunlight exposure, you decide to go the boy kissing route of having another man coat you in brown fluid. Yeah, pack it up, champ, and take your ass to tier 4. One of the highest honors in any man's life is getting the opportunity to man the grill at a cookout. You single-handedly hold the lives and hunger of all the guests in attendance. There is no greater shame on a man's honor than being unable to man a grill. Oh, even if it's something simple like grilling up some burgers and hot dogs. How can you even call yourself a man worthy of rocking that kiss the cook apron if you can't even cook up some glizzies? Take your soft, sissy boy hands to that darn tier 3. Playing an instrument as a man are either some of the greatest aura builders or greatest aura taxers you'll ever encounter in your life. Imagine you have a girl over and you bust out the guitar and start going to town. Shorty's gonna be an instant super soaker. Now say you're in a public area with a piano and you just start going to town. Instant aura cause all these normies wish they could be like you. Now picture those two scenarios, except now you have a trumpet, a clarinet. Like, dude, you're blowing on an instrument to make music. Next, we're gonna catch you using those flute skills in the public bathroom. This doesn't count for saxophones, though, cuz they unironically go hard. Like, you can't tell me bro doesn't look sick as hell here. This is gonna get you at a 2. Alright, Pookies, we're gonna get philosophical real quick. Whether getting pegged is gay or not is a heavily debated topic, because under most circumstances, the act of taking the shaboing boing up Main Street is an act typically done by gay men. But now, you replace the other man in question with a woman rocking that strapezy. Now, under most circumstances, that act alone would be gay. But I'll pose this question to you. If you have a woman using that strapezy on another woman, is it gay because there's 2 women? Or is it straight because one shorty is laying down the hammer?
Oh, decisions.
No, I don't want the hammer laid down on me though. So I'm gonna just toss this in gay. Now, Futanari is one of the best examples of a double-edged sword you can get in modern goon history. See, when you're watching normal guy and girl gymnastics, you risk 50-50 odds of you shooting your goo when it zooms in on bro's cheeks. But Futa eliminates that problem entirely, cause what's straighter than watching a chick give another chick the Meat Master special? Like, that's straighter than being straight. The issue comes in with 2 caveats. 1, a lot of Futa be giving women the elephant-sized schlaboing boing, which is a bit weird. And 2, the minute you throw in a normal dude or a femboy into that scenario, well, now you're gay as hell. So depending on what the poison you pick is, kinda decides how gay you are. So that's a 0.5. Sharing a drink is one of the easiest rankings on this list. See, as long as you follow the bro code of waterfalling or air sipping or like whatever you want to call it, it ain't gay. But the minute you lock lips on that bottle of water, bro, you might as well lock lips with your homie cause now it ain't no different. Now, if it's an alcoholic drink, that's different cause I'm pretty sure science taught us that alcohol kills germs or something, I don't know. 0. I'm gonna get emotional with y'all real quick. I really appreciate you guys enjoying this series. It was my first video to do numbers, and it'll always hold a special place in my heart. So in the spirit of leaving you guys with an everlasting message,
Remember, son, dying is gay. Yes, father.
and that's the final part of things gayer than being gay. Here's the final list if you want to screenshot it. And if you want to rearrange the list on your own, the link to the tier list will be in the description. I hope you guys found this one as entertaining as the last 2 parts. And if you want to see me talk about things whiter than being white and things blacker than being black, then get this to 4K likes. If you made it this far, then you should consider subscribing. Also, use code DOWNBAD. Bye bye.
You should follow Xeno now!